It's good. We good.
Right. Okay, well, hello.
Hello.
This is Gab with Yab, and this is my man, Richard Carrington here. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing great. Like I said, I'm glad to be back, and we got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do, man. I was in vacation, and I was in Tennessee, so we had a good time there with the family and stuff like that. But now we getting back to what's going on in Buffalo, man. What's going on with that? We all know what's going on. 10 people got killed, right?
Yes.
It was Buffalo in a convenience store, Buffalo, New York.
Yes.
And it was just unreal as to what really happened and what finally we all found out what was going on in this guy's mind.
Yeah, man, it showed me that there's a lot of sick people out here, a lot of people that are going through things, and a lot of people that got deep hate inside.
Yes.
And I feel like they hate themselves too. Not only do they, some people hate black, some people hate this race or whatever, but when your hate is so bad that you'll go to that next level,
right?
That's dangerous, man.
It is.
It's dangerous. I mean, what do you say? Like, what were your first thoughts when you came across the TV or the radio, wherever you heard it?
Well, my first thoughts was, I really didn't know what to think. I was like, what's going on now? What's going on here? And once everything started unfolding, I was like, wow, this individual made a conscious effort to write a manifesto as to how much hatred he had for black folk.
Yes.
18-year-old kid.
I know.
Then he came 3 hours away, right?
Yeah.
From where he was to Buffalo, to this particular grocery store, and did what he had to do. And I found out also that he pretty much was up there, a couple of months prior?
Scoping it out.
Yeah. And then he came, I think the day before, to do maybe a dry run or something like that. Man, and oh my God.
And they said he did the dry run, and one of the things he said was like the security guard or something. He said, the security guard might have said something to him. He said, I'm going to get him. Yeah. He's going to be one of them I get when I come back.
But because one of the guys was saying, they interviewed a guy, and he said something about he saw a guy, he talked to him.
Yeah.
And then he asked him, are you going to be here tomorrow or something? He said he was or something like that.
Right.
It was crazy, man. Crazy.
My son, we were in North Carolina celebrating my son's graduation, and I was asleep, and he came in, he had the actual tape.
Really?
Before they pulled it down.
Wow.
So at first I didn't think it was real.
Yeah.
And it was just the horror that he inflicted. Man.
Yes, man. And then he was for real. He had all kind of guns. He had all kind of ammunition.
Right.
And the reason why he didn't get killed because he had the bulletproof vest and stuff like that. And it was the black guy. He was an ex-police officer. He shot him, but he didn't penetrate the bulletproof vest.
Right.
And subsequently, he got killed.
Yeah.
He's a hero. In my eye, he's a hero.
Yeah. Because it could have been a lot worse.
Yes, and that's what the survivors were saying. That he met the guy on head on, and they exchanged shots and stuff like that. But that gave them time to get away, to hide, and maybe even get out the back door.
Right.
So, I mean, and then this all happened in the course of 5-10 minutes? Yeah,
man. I mean, just carnage and damage.
Yes.
And you think about it, man. So you got an 18-year-old kid who's got this much hate. He's going to take this time to write out a manifesto to try to eliminate black people because he's worried about a race war, worried about they have something they call the reset. There's something
the replacement,
something like that.
Yeah, I heard about
so
that.
They, in his mind, he's been listening to some people that are putting this in him because where'd he get it from? Probably right wing, radio or TV or whatever, where they're saying that this is going to happen and then the white race is going to be extinct and all this stuff. And
I've been hearing that. I've been hearing that for a while. You listen to different things, different platforms.
Yeah.
But they actually said he was on some type of website. I forget what it's called, and that they put that in his head and pretty much indoctrinated him.
Yeah, they put
into that.
They indoctrinated him to that. Yes, they did. And so, because when he filmed that live, he went live.
Yep.
So there were a bunch of people that think like him.
Yep.
We're gassing them up.
Yeah, exactly.
And enjoying watching people get slaughtered.
And that's sad, man.
And in this country, and they're talking about, make America great again. That ain't how you do it.
No,
You take
that's
back
exactly
our country. I don't know what kind of country that is where people will watch you go murder innocent people.
And not say anything, not blow the whistle on this guy.
Yeah, man.
And see, that goes back to the Trump factor.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but Trump has got all these people to the point where we all divided. And he may not say it, but like you said, make America great ain't what we doing right now.
Right. That's definitely not what we're doing.
That's something that he don't, it's almost like he's trying to incite a race war.
Yeah. And see, that and nobody wins,
Right,
and
right.
I mean, I think the majority of Americans are smart enough to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But then there's weak-minded people, man, that will go and do this, man.
That's true.
Because that doesn't show any strength. That's weak-minded that would just go out and say, okay, I'm going to go here. And then part of the thing that really got me was when he was shooting everybody and he got to one guy and he saw he was white.
Yeah.
He said, oh, I'm sorry, man, not you.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
So that goes to show you right there.
Right.
That goes to show
Right.
you. And it's sad. It's sad.
And how do you justify that in any way but say that was terrorism?
You can't justify that was local terrorism.
Yeah.
They always fighting the Taliban, all that stuff overseas, but we got domestic local terrorism right here in our own country, man.
Yeah.
They worrying about, and I hate to say that I have nothing against the Ukrainians and that war over there, but we have a war here in the United States, and it's something that needs to be addressed. And it's called racism.
Yeah.
And we definitely have to do something about it, man.
We have to. Man.
All that money they send it over to, Ukraine. They need to get together with that money and figure out how we're going to stop these local terrorist groups.
Right.
These manifesto guys.
Yes.
What do you call those guys? What do you call those guys?
Like the militias.
The militias and stuff like that.
Yes, yeah.
That needs to come to a head because it's all over the internet.
Yeah.
And they're not even hiding it.
No.
So what do you do about that? And then this particular guy, he said something about that in school, but they blew it off. Oh, he's a kid. He don't mean nothing by it. But he got a gun.
Yeah.
They sold him a gun.
Right.
And look what he did. And not only that, what happened when everything was all said and done? They walked him out peacefully.
And that keeps happening.
Yep. Now today, it was the same type of thing happened in Texas. Mm-hmm. A guy killed 14 kids and one adult, which was probably a teacher.
I think, yeah.
And I come to find out he was a Spanish guy. He's dead.
They lit him up.
He's dead. 18 years old, and he's dead. Why? What's going on with that?
Right.
Well, Texas don't play.
No.
I know that.
No,
they don't play. But I just don't get it. I don't get the treatment that this guy got versus the treatment that was in Texas.
Right.
It ain't gonna be no trial in Texas.
No.
It's done.
No.
But this guy here, he gonna sit in jail. He gonna run up all the taxpayers' money.
Yep.
For a trial that they know he guilty.
Right. He's all the evidence. He gave you all the evidence.
Yes.
Said
what he had to say. He showed papers of it, and he just cut and dry.
Right.
I hate blacks, and I want to exterminate them due to this replacement thing that's what's going on. So he admit that. He didn't take that back at all.
Right.
Now, talking to his parents, they talked to his parents and things like that. I think what they blamed it on was COVID. COVID made them do it or something to that effect that I heard. But
wow,
I was told that the parents or the father, they don't have views like the son. That's what I was told.
Right.
Although they ain't gonna say it.
Right.
They were
especially in the midst of him doing all that.
Yeah, they were. They both of them work in the transit system in New York, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had transit workers and stuff, and it's rough, man. It's rough, man.
Yeah.
I look back on it now, and still look at it as what's really going on. What are they trying to incite?
Right.
But you know what? I'm glad that nobody African American did anything. We don't need to retaliate.
Right.
This is not the time to retaliate. Although I know you're mad, I know you're pissed off, we have to think.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want us to do. They want us to retaliate, and then they're going to send send the militia in, the military in, and all this other crap
and all
like
that stuff. Yep.
And that's what they want. But no, we're gonna keep cool and keep our heads about it.
Right.
It's sad that people lose their lives, and these people, older people too, they was going there just to get get groceries, go shopping, go home, getting their dinner for the day, go home. It was an older lady just going to see her significant other.
Yeah.
And she was just going to see him, and she see him every day, her husband.
Yeah.
And in a home. He was in an old folks home.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And she goes to see him.
And she
was going in to pick up dinner.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Even some of the workers, man, they said once they heard shots, they just knew how to stop, drop, and roll and stuff like that.
Right.
And everybody was trying to get out of there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And some of them did, some of them didn't.
So what do you think, man? Do you think that we should all be armed?
Because
the New York gun laws are very, very strict.
Yeah.
So you can't have handguns. They're very, very strict.
Mm-hmm.
So but just say everybody was licensed to carry in New York. Do you think that would have happened that way?
I don't think so.
Right.
I don't think so.
Right. I'm not saying it's the Wild Wild West and everybody should be walking
right.
around with a holster and,
Exactly.
2 guns, but I mean, how do you protect people from, animals like this kid?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
You know what?
Because if he walks into that store and there's, a couple guys in there that got guns on him, he's dead.
Yes.
And there's probably less dead people.
Right. I understand what you're saying, and I'm all for the that amendment of Second Amendment,
right to bear arms,
right to bear arms, right to carry.
Yeah.
But I still think that we as citizens, I don't necessarily think we should be running around carrying guns, man. Like you said, this is not the Wild Wild West.
Right.
We should have the police protect us.
Right.
We shouldn't have to take it into our own hands.
Right.
Now, it may look like that, but now we have to come up with a solution to keep people safe.
Right.
We're not talking about the police, defunding the police. Yes, because they were doing some shady crap.
Oh,
the police.
Yeah.
But also, they need to do their job and to protect our citizens, black and white,
absolutely,
from animals like that.
Yeah.
Because not only is it a police brutality thing, now it's a racism thing too.
Right.
So what do they want us to do?
Right.
I mean, do they want us to take it into our own hand? Do they want a race war? They want to see that?
That's what I'm saying.
Then they're gonna bring in martial law and all this type of crap. But this stuff may be coming down the pipe, man. The
reality is that it might be, man.
Yeah. And so the government, law enforcement have to take in consideration. They need to, strap up and figure out what's going on and get these guys off the street, get these guys off the website, get these websites abolished and banned, all this crap about, kill black folk and stuff like that. They need to get out of here. They need to go.
Yeah.
And
then, people will say, well, it's freedom of speech. Well, that's hate speech.
Right. That's hatred.
And inciting violence.
Right.
Even freedom of speech doesn't give you the right to incite violence. Like they say you can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater just because you got freedom of speech. That's the old saying. But, I think that there's got to be a next level where beyond marching and beyond, prayer vigils, there's got to be something else, man.
Yes.
Because he's got to be held accountable.
Yes.
And then people have to know that when you do this, or you take action like this, whether you're black, you're white, whatever, that you're met with extreme.
Right, exactly.
And
it's a harsh punishment for that.
Because my mom, she's not 80 yet, but she's getting up there, and she goes shopping.
Yep.
Her and her best friend, they go, to the Market Basket or whatever, and innocent, go in there to pick up some groceries, and then. This guy comes out and starts shooting people because of the color. And they didn't lived all these years. Like there were some elderly people, man.
That's right. I mean, the oldest was what, 30? No, the youngest was 30. And the oldest was what, 80, 82?
Yeah.
That's sad, man.
And these people are innocent victims.
Yes. Was doing nothing but going about their everyday business on this particular day like they normally do.
Right. So, what do we do, man? What do we say? There's got to be, we got to take it to the next level because what obviously what we're doing ain't working.
Yeah.
Like you said, like with the police, they got to take it to the next level. They got to be accountable on a different level, and say, you know, like if this is the case, and you know, we got this kid was backed up by some people, man.
Of course, of course.
So now, what do we got to watch out for those people too?
Yeah, yeah. And not only that, I heard some, you know, I don't know whether it was true or not, that some law enforcement guys were like laughing at the situation.
I believe
and making
it,
jokes about it.
I believe
you know, when they saw it. And that's crazy too.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Mm-hmm. You know, we can't trust the police to protect us. What can we do?
Right.
You know, what's out there for us to do?
Right.
Do we have to take it amongst ourselves to help our community and help our kids and our families and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You know, what do they want us to do? Because I'm quite sure they're armed. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah.
So why don't we get out? You know, get strapped up and get armed.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm not trying to incite anything. I'm not trying to incite or provoke anything. But you know, people, you start thinking like that.
Yeah.
You know, how can I help myself? How can I protect my family?
Right.
You know,
because that's what we're naturally. You know.
You're right.
We want to protect.
That's a natural thing to do.
We want to protect ourselves and our families.
Right. Man. You don't want to You don't want to be hurt. You don't want your family hurt. You don't want your kids or your mother and father hurt.
Exactly.
You know, you got to protect them. And if you can't depend on law enforcement, the police, who do you trust? Who can you turn to?
Right.
You know, but yet it's a crime if you pick up a gun,
right?
Whether it's legal or illegal, whether you have a right to carry or not, to protect your family, or it's a crime now,
right?
You know, but yet I heard again today in our state that they found some ghost guns. So you got people out here making illegal guns, and they found them.
Wow.
Here in the city.
Wow.
In Dorchester. On Columbia Road.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going on with that?
Right.
So you caught that, but now what are you going to do? Now you know it's here.
Right.
So you gotta dig deep to find out what's going on with that, because that's definitely a deep-seated root, and that's a negative deep-seated root. We need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Did you hear about that?
No, I hadn't. Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's serious, man.
Yes, they found like guys in like an organization making guns and have our dimensions on how to make a ghost gun and stuff like that.
That's real.
That's what
man.
ghost guns are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, and once you get those, because they can't detect them, right?
Right.
So wow, man.
So you can get anything on the internet.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's bad enough. It's bad enough trying to live your life, man. Trying to work, trying to maintain, trying to pay your bills. But you shouldn't have to be scared to go to the grocery store.
Right.
You know, this is America, man. Come on, this is not Russia.
Bad enough the food's so expensive.
The food and the gas high.
And they don't have much.
Yeah, now you're worried about getting killed, getting shot.
Man, it's crazy.
It
man.
is. It is.
You know? So, I mean, what do we say to people? I mean, they got to be careful and they got to be mindful, but they got to also listen to what people are saying, what people are talking about.
Yes.
You know, and the people, there's buzzwords out there and people start saying stuff, you need to be careful, you know.
Right.
You know.
You gotta keep your ears to the ground.
And again, like you said, and I know you said clearly you weren't being anti-Ukraine.
Right.
But when they're getting $30 billion this week and then $40 billion last week and 2 weeks ago, that money could be used to help us.
Yep. Have some type of system.
We got to be the number one priority as Americans.
Right. Have some type of system in place. And on another note, Joe Biden, he's passing all these laws for Asian Americans. Yeah. It's a crime to assault them or something like that, right? What about the African Americans?
Right.
So we just out here fending for ourselves?
Yeah.
What makes them so different from us?
Right.
And we the ones getting killed.
Yeah.
Once again, bro, I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it, man. We got all type of assumptions or what we think may be going on, but I don't hear no solutions.
I know, man.
The Democrats and Republicans are fighting amongst each other over dumb stuff.
Yeah.
They
sitting going back and forth, wasting time and over stupid stuff.
Stuff voting and crap like that.
And their people, us, their constituents are dying.
Right.
And hurting and suffering, and they're worried about how big of the piece of pie they can get for them.
Yeah, how much money you gonna raise to get this particular individual, to run for Republican Party or Democratic Party.
Right.
Forget that. We got a bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, we do, man.
We got a bigger epidemic than this COVID-19.
Right.
People are dying.
Yeah.
Our race is getting killed.
Yeah.
And they trying. I don't know what they're trying to do, but they're trying to incite this violence and trying to use scare tactics that way
to try to incite a race war.
Yeah, they want us. I think what's going on, bro. They want us to to kind of back off of what's going on.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna happen. We gonna vote. We gonna do what we can do. We citizens just like everybody else. Why should we just sit in the house and not do anything about the primaries, about voting, and then let these individuals just go ahead in office and do what they want to do? That's not so.
No.
That's not where it's supposed to be. Mm-mm. If I'm here, this is the United States of America. I live here.
That's right.
So I have a right to vote and the right to try to put who I think will do the best job in office.
Right.
Because it's not going to do me any good to sit back and I'm not going to vote, because nowadays your vote does count. But they try to say it doesn't.
Right.
But it does.
It does count.
It does.
Yes.
And I get tired of it, man, because I'm like, man, who am I going to vote for? Because it seems like everybody that I'm looking at suck. Or don't have my best interest as to what I want to hear them say.
Right, and that's what we vote on, our best interest,
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
I think this shooting has opened some people's eyes that were kind of just going along with everything and say, okay, wait a minute, this has just gone too far.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe it's today, or is it today or tomorrow, where George Floyd's, this is the second year anniversary. It's coming up. And,
they passed the law or something, right?
Yeah. But this is the anniversary of it, so.
Yes, I think it's tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Tomorrow.
So, that's something that people should be mindful of, but just that, we're getting killed in all kinds of ways.
Yes,
man.
you're right. All kinds of ways.
All kinds of ways.
Police brutality.
Yeah.
Just going about our regular living.
Yeah.
You're getting killed. We can't even just go grocery shopping no more.
Right. So, America's got to do better, man.
Yes,
has
man.
To. And Biden has to do better.
Yes, he does.
He has to do better.
You can go visit people and talk all you want to.
Right.
But do something, man.
Yeah, you got to do something.
Just like, for instance, I saw, I think it was a 60 Minutes piece or something like that, where an ex-Marine young guy, white guy, was dealing with this Russian young lady over in Russia through a dating site. Okay. So he was dating her. So then he would go see her. She would come over here sometime. Yeah. But one particular time he went over there and they went to a party and got drunk and things like that. He found himself detained by the Russian police. And they kept him over. They locked him up.
Wow.
They locked him up. And he really didn't even do anything. And they locked him up. But okay, I think they gave him a 6-year sentence.
Wow.
He didn't complete all that sentence. But what happened was his family back here got involved with the government and the president, and they fought, and they finally got to sit down with Biden. Okay. So what Biden did, he stepped in and did an exchange. I think it was some type of Russian guy that they exchanged for this guy. So okay. If you can just do that, right, you can do more.
Absolutely.
If that's the case, and I hate to say it, I'm glad this guy's home. Right. He's a military guy like myself. Yeah. But okay, that's just a small thing. Right. If you ask me, and I'm gonna say this, sir, young man, there's plenty of women in the United States. Right. You don't have to go to Russia, because what you're doing, you're taking a chance in Russia. Right. They don't care. Right. Just like the young lady was playing basketball. Right. They've been doing that for years. But all of a sudden, now something is going on now. Now, they may throw some Trump charges on you and hold you. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that's in Russia today. A lot of people in a lot of different places that are stuck there and can't get home because of what's going on, or this and that and the other. And they've been detained unlawfully. See. And because of this guy, he shed a light on other people that's stuck overseas. They can't get home in China, Russia, Venezuela, and places like that. Okay. And they're Americans. See. So what's going on with that? It's a lot of stuff, man. So where the Biden start at?
Right.
You know,
you got to start home, man.
Thank you.
You got to start home, and you got to start. Sad to say,
you start at home, man.
You got to start with, this race relations.
Yes,
and
take care of your own backyard.
How we can make it better.
Yes, yes, man. Because it's not going to be a good look for him or nobody.
I invite people, to write to you and write to us, and or send a text or email about what they think, some good options,
because
about what we can do to have better relations and to kind of build something that keeps out these crazies.
Right. And I'm all
that
for
the crazies aren't welcome.
Right, they're not.
That type of thinking.
Yes.
Is crazy.
That's the big time negative, crazy thinking. And if anybody has a solution, they can email me. They can leave a message or comment, and we can talk about this because I'm here. Rich, he's here, and we're here to talk, and we're here to spread the truth and spread the word about what's really going on because things are happening out here, people, and it's not quite right. But I want to let you guys be aware. So make sure you guys keep your head on a swivel, regardless if you're at the gas station, you're taking your kids out to dinner, anything like that. Be careful. Be careful because you just don't know who had a bad day or want to get out here and start killing people. And once they get on that killing spree, you can't stop them.
Nope.
You can't stop them. So I want you guys to be extra careful, and I want to let you guys know that I'm thinking about you guys and be safe.
Be safe.
Anything else, Big Rich?
No, man. Like I said, I'm glad we're back, and I'm glad we're having this discussion, and that we're just talking honestly about what's out here.
Yes, because it definitely needs to be talked about.
Yes.
And we'll continue stuff like this. We have a lot of other things we can talk about, and you guys just stay tuned
and be careful.
All right, take care and be safe. Bye.